Thump! Sparkles! The baby dragon lifted his tiny golden head when a worried little sound floated through the moonlit meadow. Have you ever wondered why a brave heart can sound extra loud when you feel small and sleepy? If Sparkles makes bedtime feel cozy, tap subscribe for more gentle magical adventures. Sparkles, the baby dragon, followed the soft thump-thump through the grass until he found a shy teddy bear under a moonflower leaf. The teddy had warm brown fur, round button eyes, and a tiny glowing star bandage on one paw. He hugged a little pillow so tightly that his ears drooped. Sparkles crouched down with his gentlest smile. "Hello, I'm Sparkles the baby dragon. Are your feelings feeling big tonight?" The teddy peeked up. "I'm Teddy. I'm supposed to have a bedtime checkup at Moonmallow Cozy Corner. But what if my heartbeat is too loud? What if my bandage is too glowy? What if I'm not brave enough?" Sparkles the baby dragon pressed one paw to his chest. He knew that fluttery feeling. "What do you think?" he whispered to the viewer. "Should Teddy worry all alone?" A silver firefly zipped past Sparkles' nose and landed on Teddy's pillow with a tiny blink. Teddy almost smiled. "Maybe," said Sparkles, "this won't be a checkup made of worries. Maybe it will be a comfort adventure." "A comfort adventure?" Teddy asked. "Yes," said Sparkles. "First, we find out what your brave heart is trying to say." Just then, Bubbles the bluebird fluttered down with a soft hum. Nibbles the bunny popped out with the fluffiest blanket in the meadow. Twinkle the unicorn arrived glowing silver blue, carrying a floating listening ribbon. Woodland bunny brought cool moon moss for cozy toes. Cute forest bear waddled in with a honey star lantern. Mama dragon and Papa dragon smiled from the path. Teddy's eyes grew wide. "All of you came for me?" "Of course," said Mama dragon. "Big feelings deserve big kindness," said Papa dragon. The moonlit path to Moonmallow Cozy Corner shimmered ahead of them. Tiny stars blinked on the stepping stones, as if the path itself were saying, this way, you are doing beautifully." But Teddy still clutched his pillow. "What if the checkup feels strange?" "Then we make it slower," said Sparkles. Twinkle the unicorn unrolled her listening ribbon. It floated like a silky stripe of moonlight. "Would you like to hear your sleepy heartbeat drum before we go farther?" "Only if it is very gentle," whispered Teddy. Twinkle touched one end of the ribbon to Teddy's chest and the other to a floating star lantern. The lantern glowed once, twice, and then began to pulse in a soft rhythm. Thump, 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 thump. Teddy froze. Sparkles leaned close. "Do you hear that?" "It sounds round," Teddy whispered. "It sounds steady," said Bubbles the bluebird. "It sounds cuddly," said Nibbles the bunny. "It sounds like a brave little drum getting ready for sleep," said Sparkles the baby dragon. Teddy's shoulders dropped a tiny bit. "My heart doesn't sound scary." "No," said everyone. Now they reached Moonmallow Cozy Corner, a little nook built into the roots of a sleepy tree. The windows were shaped like stars. Inside were warm glows, fluffy cushions, and a row of magical comfort tools. There was a moon feather tickler for checking sleepy giggles. There was a cloud cotton wrap for extra coziness. There was a star glow mirror for looking at brave faces. And on the middle cushion sat the gentlest surprise of all, a little floating puffball with kind blinking eyes and a tiny silver cap. It bobbed once and gave a soft hello glow. Teddy scooted closer to Sparkles. "Who is that?" Sparkles gasped in delight. "The dreamy dandelion doctor." The dreamy dandelion doctor floated near and tapped the cushion beside it, as if to say, "You can come when you are ready." What do you think Teddy should do? Hide in the blanket, or take one brave little step? Teddy looked at his glowing bandage, then at Sparkles the baby dragon. "You do not need to be the bravest ever," Sparkles said. "You only need one brave little step." So Teddy took one. The cushion made the tiniest poof sound when he sat down. Cute forest bear smiled wide. Woodland bunny tucked moon moss by Teddy's toes. Bubbles the bluebird hummed the gentlest hum in the whole meadow. The dreamy dandelion doctor floated near Teddy's chest and listened through a shimmering moon circle. The circle filled with tiny lights dancing in the same calm rhythm. Thump, 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 thump. Then it floated to Teddy's star bandage. The silver cap twinkled. The bandage glowed gold, then peach, then warm bedtime blue. Teddy held his breath. The dreamy dandelion doctor blinked once, and sent a shower of star confetti drifting down very, very slowly. Sparkles clapped his tiny paws. "That means your bandage is bright with bravery." Teddy blinked. "Really?" "Really," said Mama Dragon. "And your heartbeat drum is doing exactly what brave hearts do," said Papa Dragon. "It keeps playing, even when feelings are fluttery." Teddy's shiny eyes turned to Sparkles. "So nothing is wrong with my loud little heart." Sparkles gently touched Teddy's paw. "No, your heart was not trying to scare you. It was trying to sing to you." Teddy listened again. Thump, thump, but now it did not sound like worry. It sounded like tiny drum beats leading a parade home. Then the dreamy dandelion doctor spun in one slow circle, and something magical happened. The warm beats from Teddy's chest floated into the air as glowing round notes. One became a golden firefly, another became a sleepy moon bubble, another became a tiny star lantern no bigger than a berry. Soon the whole room filled with floating lights, all moving to Teddy's brave little rhythm. Twinkle the unicorn whispered, "Oh." Nibbles the bunny whispered, "Wow." Bubbles the bluebird fluffed her feathers. His sleepy heartbeat drum is making a dream parade. That was the secret magic of Moonmallow Cozy Corner. Some hearts, when they feel safe enough, turn brave beats into bedtime lights. The little lights drifted through the star-shaped window and out into the meadow. They curled above the grass, looped around the moonflowers, and swayed over the stepping stones. Everywhere they floated, the meadow seemed to yawn and settle in for sleep. Sparkles, the baby dragon, laughed a tiny, happy laugh. "Teddy, your checkup didn't just help you, it helped the whole meadow get sleepy." Teddy gave his first full giggle. "My heart made bedtime lights?" "It did," said Sparkles. "If your grown-up is watching with you," said Bubbles the bluebird, "tell us in the comments what color your bedtime light would be." The dream parade led everyone to a round patch of grass under the creamiest moon. The lights gathered over one special stone in the middle. The stone shimmered. A picture appeared on top of it. It showed Teddy tucked in bed, smiling peacefully, with his star bandage glowing softly and tiny lights floating above his blanket. Teddy stared. "Is that me after bedtime?" Twinkle the unicorn nodded. "The meadow is showing you the ending." Sparkles smiled. "Sometimes the scariest part is not knowing how the story ends." Teddy let out a long, sleepy sigh. "Then I think I'm ready for the cozy part." Nibbles the bunny wrapped Teddy in the fluffy blanket. Woodland Bunny tucked moon moss around his toes. Cute Forest Bear set down the honey star lantern so its light was warm and small. Bubbles the bluebird sang a soft looping tune. Mama Dragon and Papa Dragon pulled the blanket a little higher around Teddy's shoulders. Sparkles curled beside Teddy. "Can you still hear it?" Teddy listened. Thump, thump, but now the sound was low and lovely and calm. "Yes," Teddy whispered. "It sounds sleepy." "It sounds safe," said Sparkles, the baby dragon. Above them, the dream parade lights drifted higher and higher until they became a new little cluster of stars over Moonmallow Cozy Corner. One blinked gold, one blinked blue, one blinked peach, and the tiniest one blinked right above Teddy like a bedtime wink. Slowly, the meadow grew quieter. Twinkle the unicorn lowered her glowing mane. Nibbles the bunny's ears drooped sleepily. Bubbles the bluebird tucked her head under one wing. Woodland Bunny curled into a tiny moon moss ball. Cute Forest Bear gave one soft yawn. And Teddy, the shy little bear who had worried his heart was too loud, closed his button eyes and smiled into his blanket. He'd gone to the bedtime checkup. He had heard his sleepy heartbeat drum. He had seen his glowing star bandage shine. He had taken one brave little step. And in the end, his brave little heart had turned the whole night gentler. Sparkles. The baby dragon watched the last floating light fade into the sky. Then he whispered to the sleepy meadow, "Have you ever wondered if the thing that makes you nervous might also be the thing that makes you magical?" The moon answered by glowing softer, and that was answer enough. Good night, Moonmallow Cozy Corner. Good night, brave little drum. Good night, glowing star bandage. Good night, Teddy. Good night, Sparkles the baby dragon. Good night to every little heart learning how lovely brave can sound. Did you enjoy the adventure? Tap like and subscribe. Oh no. What happens next? Tap the next video? Trust me, this one's magical.